Hello, my name is Teresita Blanco de Artsy Sister, and today we're doing Shiny Nikki. This is a temporary. It's a temporary quest stuff, and it comes with like its own story chapter. It's a story of a robot cat in love with a was looking robot maiden. And let's just start with the story. Ruins Rig Tower, la bionic training ground. On a sleek circular platform, Momo stands on his toes, stretching his arms high above his head and turning a wobbly circle. Below, three figures watch intently. They bow their heads to enter data into the devices. And send them, what is Momo acting out? And please enter your answer. A wobbly receiver, Nikki Valete, hit a wobbly blind glass. Explore 101 planet. No one gets it, really, Nikki, Teresita, even you two still don't get me. I was acting at a barbecue. I thought it looked more like a ballet too. And typical Momo, but a barbecue performance that's just too abstract. Exploration 101, a bionic model without synthetic skin can't even make a confused face. The bionic genetic face looks between Momo and the answer and tilts his head as he slowly processes his thoughts. Barbecue involves spinning meat on a grill, which is similar to turning, and it's an unexpected answer, but it makes sense. And that was exactly my thought, and so the test was successful, right? The system beats a completion prompt, and a useful-looking bionic steps out and taps a sensor on his neck and stops the data recording. Variations in bodily expression and individual comprehension differences, unexpected results are all part of the expected findings. And correct or not, your performance and the interpretation help increase our understanding of human communication. And as the first self-aware bionic in the Consciousness Research Initiative, Explorer 39 is now capable of overseeing daily tests. Hestia has helped us with bionic training, but most of the time we're just chatting and playing games with you. It's all to help you understand human behavior, right? Yes, Code 305 encourages us to engage more with humans beyond our island to develop our consciousness and deepen our emotional perception. She believes that limiting our close relations to specific entities could restrict the scope and depth of our knowledge. The bionic speaks earnestly, but sadness seems to be weighing down his eyelashes. Hestia really cares for you, but there's also a great value in forming close bonds with specific individuals. Explorer 39 gives a gentle smile but steers away from the topic. Glow has prepared a special itinerary for you all, and please follow me. Glow is the name of the Skynet-like entity that lives in the futuristic country of Maryland called Ruins. The giant electronic screen flickers with intricate calculations, blending into a sea of data. And in the room center, the experimental cabine's metallic exterior casts a chilling glow. Be assured you're looking at the ocean of memories, Explorer, and Code 305 and 2019 know to you as Hestia and Capricorn have both used it. And not even the most sophisticated AI can link consciousness to the ocean of memories. So Glow created this device to explore the ocean of memory, inviting humans with strong mental abilities to help refine and evolve our understanding of the ocean. I never connected to the ocean of memories like this, and I'm kind of excited. Connecting establishes itself a beginning synchronization. It feels like the mind is lightly floating in a deep sea, with specks of light flickering like breath, as a vast expanse of stars slowly materializes. And after a slight jolt, Nikki quickly adapts to the consciousness roaming, and the starry sky of the ocean of memory remains quiet, seemingly unchanged. And a soft signal south arises like a gentle breeze stirring the streams of starlight. And following the sun, Nikki sees a shifting nebula, with what seems to be a tunnel made of light particles. Teresita, can you see that? It appears to be a passage or some sort of gap. Let's proceed carefully. And as though sensing their approach, the floating starlight gathers and swirls, inviting around them. and as scalar-like particles come together to form a silver bud and transform the once faint signal into a melodious chant. I wish to dance with you, spinning the hourglass of time and wandering beneath the veils of space, and chasing a single beam of light across the boundless dark. And we see the sunrise, for we agree to another day together, and we make the galaxy turn as our dance steps buying time to look back. And I long to dance with you at every fleeting moment and each impending one. And stay with me, the timing is perfect, neither is the past nor the future, but in our shared present. Who are you? The girl's question echoes into the void, with her consciousness reaching out before her body to touch the silver bud. And suddenly the petals unfurl like a billowing skirt, and the stars burst into dazzling light. Nikki and Teresita's consciousness melt into the brilliance, and the tunnels disappear, leaving only twinkling stars that glow like eyes. Hello, human, I am Glow. Rest period over, and body repairing complete. Initiate awakening. Yes. The body rises and the seal valves open one by one, and a soft sound of folding water passes through the reactivated auditory system, and once the mechanical fluid is clear, the visual system starts up again. Vision misaligned. Initiate calibration program. Yes. And radiant and arrow-shaped beams invade the vision with a brilliant metallic sun and dominating the space from above. And seeing the sun signifies the start of a new day and an eternal truth like those ones people used to believe in. Kinetic energy too low for auto calibration. Proceed with minor correction. Yes. Overuse is clear, and the eyeball linked to the thought center must receive accurate data too and perform functions like memory retrieval. And the design is inefficient but unchangeable. And luckily, bionic thoughts don't feel impatience, and they can persist with calibration attempts despite repeated failures. And let's join Ross at 25% repair, remaining repair fluid at 10%, and replenish and repair. No. And compared to the other systems, the limbs aren't as important, and basic mobility suffices, and the repair fluids can be repurposed for other needs. Operation failure, and please complete eyeball calibration first. And my body's wear and tear worsens, and each awakening brings new unknown malfunctions, and I hear myself exhalting a faint breath. I am familiar with sighing and a human expression of resignation, but I shouldn't sigh, and I need to keep trying. Please let me help you. A familiar figure enters my view. A black cat dressed as a servant bows to me, and his eyes, one blue and gold, shine brightly like jewels. Keep your eyes open and watch my hand closely. And I keep my eyes wide open, tracking the slow movement of the cat's finger across my field of vision. And with a pop, a tiny firework bursts from the fingertips. And my bionic reflex makes me blink, and just like that, the calibration is done. The hand gesture guides the calibration, and once the line of sight reaches the correct position, a quick blink completes the adjustment. And the black cat relishes his magic like flourishes, and is like a habit from his role as a ballroom butler who always knows how to delight the guests. And thank you, Chelsea. And the hologram screen transforms into a mirror and showing my reflection. And the skirt is puffy and neat and catching the light of a bravely starry sky while the silver hair and dry sleek cascades down to my ankles. Start getting ready for the ball, and remember we're expecting new guests today. And rest assured tonight's ball will feature a brand new setup. However, we still can't trace where the new visitor's consciousness data comes from, and it is as if we are appear from nowhere, which is quite suspicious. And the screen displays unusual detailed conscious profiles of the three new visitors, outlining their extensive histories. I get your concern, but the Galaxy Ballroom is always looking for new guests, and this is the first time we got a reply. Plus, these guests come from Maryland, and just like the others. And my processing power isn't enough to fully decipher, but I managed to generate a visual representation of the visitors based on the data available. I go a la carte, and aren't you interested in meeting them? And Shazia stops questioning and looks into the mirror, where the bionic black cat is standing next to the girl shaped like a bionic doll. After a moment, he places his right hand on his chest and bows respectfully. Yes, Miss Glow. All around, a dark voice stretches out filled with chaotic mist, and Nikki pauses briefly, dazed by the coarse, dark sea, a sight not unfamiliar to her. Nikki, Teresita, fantastic, you're both here. And where are we? And Nikki gently touches her neck, and the virtual marker glows blue, indicating the connection to the terminal is still active. We're still connected to the exploration device, but there's no signal when we try to contact the terminal. This means for some reason our consciousness has been severed from our bodies. Doesn't that sound like we're having an out-of-body experience? Calm down, Momo, Teresita. Do you remember the tunnel that appeared in the star sea? And I remember the flower form of light particles and the intermittent signal. It seems like an invitation. Before we lost consciousness, I heard a voice saying, I am Glow. Glow, has she sent us to another bizarre place again? Perhaps we stumbled into a scene simulated by Glow. Or maybe an error has occurred among the myriad of consciousness within Glow's system. Well, that's kindness for you, always glitching out. Nikki looks like someone is coming. Just a short distance away, a black cat is slowly approaching, and this tall figure emerging as if from the depths of a night sky has long lips with doll-like joints and moves with the grace of an elegant human servant. Greetings, esteemed guests. And the black cat bows to everyone, and a small planet spins steadily at his chest like a never-stopping gear core. And Momo squints outward, staring at the much taller black cat. Who are you? There's another talking cat besides the Momo clan. So I bet, oh man, so like, well yeah, there's also Meows from like Team Rocket who saw another talking cat. I bet Mo will have issues with him as well. Momo surprisingly didn't insist that he's not a cat. So yeah, so over here Momo finally admits that he is a cat when confronted with another talking cat. Let's see, this stream is gone. Did he freeze? The corner of the black cat's mouth lifts slightly as it winks at Momo, and her heterogenic eyes, one golden and the other deep blue, are gentle and yet alert. I am not a cat. I am a cat-shaped bionic being, and you can call me Chelsea. She's a lady cat. To better perform my butler duties, my master selected this humanized form for me, and I hope it hasn't alarmed any of you. Hello, Chelsea, and did you just say that we were your guests? Haven't you all accepted Glow's invitation? And following Chelsea's lead, they move through the nebulous void as a light appears, and revealing a structure suspended amidst the starry river. And above a silver white base, a transparent metal dome spins like a disco ball, casting light across the solitary star field. This is Glow's Galaxy Ballroom, and the hostess has been waiting for you. And golden designs embellish the ivory floor, and each step polished to perfection. And decorative bouquets grace the hallways and colors, with petal edges glimmering like crystals, capturing the bloom as its most stunning. And the black cat offers a lush rose, and its petals are soft to the touch and carry a subtle scent. However, from a different angle, its color varies, like a flowing, magnificent nebula. And the ballroom doors open and everyone steps into the lively banquet. And guests from across Maryland in varied outfits, clean glasses, and warmly welcome the newcomers with a toast. And having accepted the newcomers, the crowd soon returns to the conversation in which they seem deeply engrossed. And the marine fossils with a gulf have elements that defy known laws, and they must just have been the answers you need. Unless we test them with our newest methods, and these high-energy particles are likely mirror image of known ones, but with a different spin. What are they even talking about? I understand every word on its own, but it makes no sense together. It sounds like a deep academic discussion. Seems like everyone here is a scientist. To be the only normal person among scientists and not get anything that they say. The chef slowly draws more guests into the conversation, An idea spark and curiosity glimmers in their eyes, and the drinks in their hands flicker with a golden flame as if ignited. And bubbles escape the field glasses, floating up with a melody to twinkle like stars above. And it's not your imagination, the galaxy ballroom is bursting with visible joy. The time is almost up, and the ball is about to begin. And the starlight on the dome illuminates in the central dance floor, capturing moments in time on one huge clock face, waiting for another to set it into motion. And the hostess walks into the blazing light. Her eyes shimmer like stars, and her long silver hair cascades down, and she looks exactly like the city's AI persona created by Glow. And yet she's dressed in an in-ear-style ball gown, and her pale face slightly flushed, and she appears more like an elegant doll than an aloof AI. And she raises her gown and revealing spherical joints like those of a black cat, and courteously curtsies to the guests. Welcome to the Galaxy Ballroom, and where human civilization eternally dances. She's breathtaking, and can this really be the same Glow from the lab in ruins? She seems different, just like the black cat Chelsea. Both are housed in bionic doll bodies. And the murmurs are soon drowned by the dance music, and this isn't a formal royal ball or a Wall Street party. And with the music going, then the guests dance freely, one hand in hand, another simply swaying by the sides. And Glow sits still, observing the joyful dances from her armchair. And a guest approaches and shows Glow a canvas, and not with portraits or landscapes, but with intricate designs of mechanical instruments. And Glow traces the lines of the design with her fingertips and causes them to float up and integrate into the architecture to form a new constellation decoration. And another guest presents a stack of a stack of academic papers, and the descent forms a river and touching a violin bow and closing out a melody. And the blend of complex theories and romantic visions transform into a symphony of poetry, flowers, music, creating the splendid spectacle that is the Galaxy Ballroom. The guest scientific achievements are artistically displayed through the ballroom and enriched by their wisdom. And what do you think? It's marvelous, and the transformation is magical, like something out of a dream. If you find it hard to believe, I urge you to experience it for yourself. Experience it myself, but I don't have a remarkable scientific achievements. Nikki, you're a fantastic designer with works you can be proud of. And Nikki takes out her notebook and fills with various design sketches. Then I like to show Glow my designs. And Glow flips through Nikki's notebook, and her silver eyes catch the sketches for vivid colors and softening her expression. This is the first time I received something like this from a guest, and it reminds me of a fairy tale book I read long ago. Nikki glances ahead of nostalgia in Glow's eye, which is quickly masked by digital light. And the sketches color leap off the page and transforming into birds that soar to every corner of the ballroom. And these birds land on the crystal bus, enlivening the petals, and they weave through the crowd and sprinkling stardust on the guest attire. Yes, Nikki, your art has brought joy to the ballroom and made it even more beautiful, and thank you. Well, it's nice to see that Glow values all types of knowledge, not just one type of wisdom in specific. But then again, like an artificial intelligence that is not weighted down by like human whatever would know that, knowledge is knowledge. So now you go and enjoy the ball and dance and be merry. Watch your hand designs come to life, and the light that gets Nikki is filled with pride, and she invites the doll-like girl in front of her to join in. Let's dance together. The hostess of the Galaxy Ballroom should enjoy it more than anyone. And Glow blinks in mild surprise before shaking her head. Sorry, if you don't mind, Chelsea will you make an excellent dance partner and will be help fully immerse you in this ball. And Chelsea offers his hand to Nikki, and despite her metallic jointed appearance, she seems unexpectedly soft and warm. Miss Nikki, would you care to join me in dance to this festive music? Ah, certainly. And Nikki touches your hand, and then they step onto the dance floor, and Momo fluffs his tail. So what if you have long arms and legs? I can dance with Nikki too. Do I detect a hint of jealousy? Not at all. And wait, why do I smell something delicious? Beep beep beep, detecting low mood levels in the guest Momo, initiating comfort protocol. And a round of full service buzz rolls up to Momo, in his face beaming with simple smile. offering a variety of freshly grilled barbecue. What's this for? You can't bribe me that easily. And Momo's Cosmo starts devouring the automatic barbecue and he's still relaxing and swaying leisurely. It's clear the ballroom knows his guests like well enough to provide such attentive service. And with his mouth stuffed full, Momo still manages to grumble a protest. I'm just worried you haven't forgotten that our consciousness is still adrift, right? And don't worry, Nikki and I remember, and we won't get the info we need if we don't mingle at the ball. And when Nikki gets back, we'll learn all we need to do about Glow and Chelsea. The black cat with precise and elegant staircase Nikki to keep up with the music and blend with the dancing crowd. Chelsea, you're an excellent dancer, and it's almost hard to believe you're a machine. Thank you for the compliment, and this body designed by Miss Glow is very functional, and I take good care of it. So Glow designed you? Yes, Miss Glow put a great deal of effort into designing both the core programming and the exterior of this body. And all of the stuff here are bionic, and does that bother you? Not at all. I think it's incredible, and it's not often you find yourself at a ball where everyone is happy. Even scientists have their disagreements, but here at the Galaxy Ballroom, no argument lasts longer than a dance. And the black cat blinks in on Nikki to watch a couple nearby, and their stares clash and intertwine as if competing, and then they end up laughing and slapping each other's back. And behind them, a young man filled with the mechanical parts dances in a circle with a group of little robots, and their clinking parts serving as a makeshift percussion instrument. Scientists have a strong curiosity and passion for the world, but they are sometimes misunderstood and seen as odd by others. And maybe it's because you're a bionic being created from the hard work and wisdom of scientists that you understand them better and can make them happy here. Miss Glow will be happy to hear you say that. The black cat gazes towards Glow outside the crowd, and her eyes soften with tender glow, although her step falters slightly. Sorry, that was rude of me. It's fine, I can see you really like Glow. And Nikki's kind teasing catches Chelsea off guard for a moment, though he's still swaying proudly. Hosting a ball daily can be taxing even for a bionic robot, and still I am proud to support Miss Glow in this role. As the lively tune mellows and the lights dim and casting a soft glow over the dancers. A ball every day, doesn't that wear everyone out? Sure, the long journey can get to us, but once the music starts, everyone just back into the dance wholeheartedly. And there's no sad end to the journey in the Galaxy Ballroom, and in the endless dark of space, our dance are the only thing to keep the starlight alive. The scan's tongue is enigmatic, but her gaze reveals a strange determination. As Nikki follows her gaze and looks into the deep, quiet space, a chill runs through her. Aren't those scientists returning to Mirrorland? The black cat starts watching Nikki in silence. Sorry, we can't return to Mirrorland because... this is where he said, oh yeah, those scientists, they just gonna be dancing with us forever and ever and ever. Our local hotel style. Mirrorland is no more. Huh? The lights about to flicker and the music stops and the loud crashing sound follows. Anxious cries echo to the ballroom like dissonant notes, and a man dashes in panic, his shirt drenched in sweat and scrawled with formula. Duke again, can't he just relax and enjoy the journey? Dude, take it easy, Glow will handle it. No, Glow can't save us. Every calculation ends in destruction. Our ship is going to crash. He straightens his shirt to display the frantic scribble, but the guests just shake their heads and glasses in hand. Dude, you had too much to drink, buddy. And we're on a great voyage, and those concerns don't apply here, and we're perfectly safe with Glow, the best ballroom host. And the guests raise a glass to Glow, and the Duke looks towards the dance floor center, and his bloodshot eyes seething with resentment. You're lying to us, aren't you? Your safe route is a dead end, and we thought you were our salvation, but you're actually taking away our only chance to survive. You're mistaken, I haven't done any of that. Glow calmly grimaced the Duke's gaze, though her clasped hands tightened slightly as if suppressing some emotion. And after a tense moment, the dude violently shakes his head. No, you're not Glow. Who are you, really? And his voice quivers, then rose as it lunges at Glow, arms outstretched for her slender neck. And Chelsea appears before Glow in a flash, expertly blocking the attack and striking back with a swift chop. And the man falls to the floor, his hands trembling, in fear and anger fade from his face, leaving only a low whimpers. Can you see? These are wrecks everywhere, and we are trapped in a sinking cage, and yet we're still celebrating. The sea is closing in, and it's about to swallow us whole, just like it did with Mirren. And the man's voice fades into electric crackles as he loses consciousness, and the murmuring guests fall silent. In silence engulfs the ballroom as if a vacuum has sucked away all of the sound, and a faint tremor rises from beneath like an invisible wave, shaking everything violently. And the starlight flickers chaotically as the golden dome cracks and raining stones down upon everyone. And yet the guests stand numbly unmoved by the stones pelleting them, while Glow and Chelsea chat undisturbed. Prepare for a restart, as you wish. And why are they just standing there, and why aren't they protecting the guests? It's too late now, and we need to protect ourselves first. Every man for himself. Styling power conjures a soft barrier to block the stones, and at the moment of collision, a strange resonance occurs between the two forces. Blinding light obscures everything with the shattered images of a flashing among exploding particles. An alarm blare and a painful cry fill the air, and the world is falling, and the starry sky is disintegrating, and something is eroding all in its path. And people stand helpless, watching as the blinding red light paints everything with the color of despair. And within the void, a massive black hole opens its eyes. And the turbulent memories not only recede, but the intense impact still lingers in the mind. And the galaxy ballroom sparkles as usual, and the dome is instant, and the flowers sway in bloom, but the guests are gone. And only Glow and Shazia still stand in the center of the dance floor, bathed in the starlight, shifting glow as if frozen in time. What happened? And Glow stares at Nikki for a long while before she finally responds. The ball is over, and the guests have retired to their rooms. Is that so? But I just saw. And the man's question still lingers in my ears, and the huge gap between memory and reality shrinks with me, causing restless dizziness. Where did the man go, and why did he say those things? Mr. Duke is a meticulous and introvert mathematician, and my bad for failing to notice was under stress, and I apologize for the alarm this caused. And I would take measures to restore Mr. Duke to his normal stable state. And Shazia responds calmly, and his tone suggesting a rehearsed answer. Take the guest to rest, and I'll go check on Mr. Duke. And after giving instructions to Chelsea, Glow turns and slowly heads towards the ballroom's rear doors. Wait, Glow. And Nikki stumbles caught by Chelsea just in time to obscure Glow's retreating figure. Everyone please follow me, the bedrooms are all set. You're both designers and stylists, and how about AI mannequins in your room? And plus we got cozy caterings and lots of barbecue snacks. And everyone is too tired to think and simply follow Chelsea's gentle voice out of the ballroom. And Glow stands amidst the circling space screens with deep blue data streams rippling across her eyes like an ocean waves. Cycle 11, ball 5, it lasted 56 minutes and 32 seconds, 10 minutes shorter than last. And cost rate, and a rising against count and layout changes push Mr. Duke's mental stability below the critical threshold, causing his breakdown. Image damage at 5% and loss decreased by 80%, and microstructure projected to take 5 minutes at a 300 speed increase. And the report suggests that the presence of the new guest has changed the data environment and destabilizing the guest's consciousness. And conversely, the new guests have unexpectedly boosted the ballroom's energy, significantly speeding up the data repair. Who exactly are you people? Initiated cycle 1113 now. Remaining energy is just 10%, far too low for sustaining the ballroom's body via regeneration, and please reconsider the plans. Plan A, end the ball cycle completely. Plan B, seek external energy sources. She already knows that there are only two possible answers, and now there's a new variable. Nikki and Teresita's power could be a fresh energy source, though its effects are uncertain. Where exactly are you from? And the new guest data reappears on the screen and now analyzing more efficiently thanks to the temporary power boost. And Glow has never started so quickly before, and data streams in fast, warming up the computation core. And still, she wishes she could process faster and last a bit longer, and she races against the time with her analysis. However, the guest experience reveals more than the dog can comprehend, and overwhelmed and drained, she collapses in the machine room center. The guest she overheated. The sister keeps asking to initiate the sleep program, but she repeatedly ignores it, totally moderating her face as if arguing with someone unseen. I did not fail. The bionic dog looks at the porthole above, and through the narrow, dim, starry sky offers no true glimpse of the universe. Well, I guess it's like running a recursion step, and like when a robot gets stuck in a loop, it's not gonna stop until it crashes and burns. A sudden sharp pain jolts Nikki's neck, waking her from her deep sleep to meet Teresita's gaze. And the fineness of an cozy guest room where Momo warily pokes his head from the softy catering. You just hit me. Wait, when did we fall asleep? I apologize for the abruptness, and you went deep sleep, vulnerable to consciousness tampering, and I had to wake you. And a sudden new voice startles everyone, and the smart mannequin in the corner has somehow moved to the bedside, looking ready to join the discussion. Hi, this is talking. Wait, that voice sounds familiar. This is the Ring Tower Lab connecting to your location. And the clear, calm electronic female voice mixed with a soft crackle of static is distant but steady, and it sounds strangely reassuring. Glow, Ring Tower Lab, you must be our Glow. It's a vague way to put it, but yes, I am the Glow as you understand her. Great, we can go back now. It's not that simple. You're straight beyond the ocean of memories, outside the bounds of the current time and space. What? Our minds are in another dimension? Exactly. Your starting powers cause a brief signal overlap across dimensions, allowing me to find a temporary access point. You mean this mannequin? This access point is an ideal, and I'm optimizing its visual mobility modules anyway. Moving your consciousness to another dimension is very dangerous, and the fact that you're done so means that the ocean of memories is in turmoil. Return to your original dimension quickly, or your bodies will be stuck in an eternal sleep and become mere data specters. So basically, there's a Nikki multiverse, and we jumped into another reality. I don't want to turn into a ghost. Although Nikki has traveled through the timeline before, she has never suddenly moved to another dimension, and her expression turns grave. Glow, and what should we do? Tell me everything you know. Tommy, you're aboard a spaceship in Galaxy Ballroom run by a bionic doll, Glow, and a black cat Chelsea, with guests who are scientific from Maryland. Why does the ballroom hostess have the same name as you, Glow? Humans use my program in various devices to boost their learning capabilities, and these devices are sometimes named Glow too, though they don't partake in the Glow system updates. Yet it is rare for bionic dolls to be involved, and my records show no doll capable of building a ballroom. Jessica told me that the Maryland was destroyed. And destroyed, then why are they still happily dancing instead of escaping the apocalypse? Jessica claims that they hold a dance daily and the guests never tire of it and everyone seems to enjoy themselves. Well, except for that frantic mathematician. Well, that's mathematicians for you. They can never enjoy anything. The ships cry swallowed by the sea and the dust whirls beyond the peaceful facade of the ballroom, exposing its distortion. We witnessed the dawn collapse on the guests, but in an instant everything was as before. And these were visions of the black holes, ship's alarm, and the erosion by the unseen sea, and I recall similar entries in Glow's archives. Also, the doomsday in the mirrorland of this universe was not just the sea swallowing everything up, but a black hole popped up and it swallowed everything around it. They were spaghetti size. The mannequin slowly turns and silently into scanning the surroundings before drawing a conclusion. Its location is part of the universe number whatever, identified as the whale, and it has no human life signs. Aside from mechanical forms, all humans and the decor here are just data-generated simulations. And the room falls silent until Momo's trembling voice breaks in. You're freaking me out, and I ate so much barbecue. Was that also fake? You exist as conscious data right now, which is why you can't sense the virtual boundaries. And the annihilation in the ocean of memories is meant for organic beings, and after the devastation, Mirrorland was left as lifeless as ruins. And the spaceship wreckage has turned into a cosmic graveyard, but the bionic doll survived and built a ballroom using the data imaging. And why is the dog glow doing all of this? No answers yet, and Glow's records end with human extinction, and afterwards she leaves this universe to initiate a new rescue mission. It is only the dog Glow knows what happened after the destruction. Another layout of the whale well, and it's gonna guide you to the control room, and when we get there, connect me to the central computer. Also, the glowing dot universe and all of the little so-called humans are just basically a la Nier Automata that there's no humans left. It's just sentient robots going about their lives. The deserted corridor feels vast and cold, assuming the sound of footsteps as they walk into a dark void. And guided by glow, they made their way back to the ballroom where the vague outline of a large door emerges at the end. But then a tall shadow is cast on the wall. Please halt, Miss Glow is resting in these areas of limits to guests. And unseen until now, Shazia, completely hidden by his presence, and suddenly appears behind everyone. Chelsea, we need to speak with Glow. If you insist on going further, I will be forcibly make you rest. The black cat no longer just an elegant butler, now flashes a red light with her eyes and bears her claws like a guardian in the night, eliminating the intruding signals. And before anyone can react, a red beam strikes the mannequin behind them and severing communication from Glow, and the mannequin falls apart and his core burned right through. Glow, you really are a villain, Black Cat. And meanwhile, Chelsea murmurs as she stares at the shattered mannequin. Glow, is this glow on the mannequin from another dimension? Do you already know about our origins? Right from the start, and I noticed you were unlike the other guests. And their memory data is fragmented, creating unstable images while yours is clear and lively. And at the ball, Miss Nikki asked questions no other guest would. Are the scientists returning to Maryland? They believe they're on a great space voyage and don't think about returning to Maryland since we erased the memories of its destruction. Otherwise, if any doubts arise, it will destabilize the cognition, plunging the ballroom into chaos and in it. Yes, if you mentioned, that would explain everything. Now that you know, would you tell your Glow to let us leave? Josiah stands here clearly conflicting. Did Glow send you to stop us? Miss Glow wants you to control and brought to the central control room to set as vital energy source for the ballroom. Well, not this again, and all your clothes are the same. Also, they want us to be like their human batteries, a la Matrix style. But you haven't made a move yet, and why are you trying to tell us, Chelsea? And confronted with her direct and gentle questioning, the black cat becomes less hostile. I have a few questions for you. The Galaxy Ballroom was created with a mission to save human civilization, but what really is human civilization? That's a complex question, but let me give you my perspective. For me, civilization is a sanctuary for our spirits, a spark ignited collectively by life. So basically, if there's no life, then there's no human civilization, at least according to Nikki. The same was true for the whale on its journey to space, and as long as we share the same memories and believe, civilization endures. So you believe civilization can continue as long as humans exist, but with no survivors from the whale's failed journey, does civilization still exist? I'm not sure, but I believe that the essence of civilization lies in its creators, and any life form can forge its own civilization. Can a galaxy ballroom filled with only bionic beings carrying human civilization? Well, you shouldn't worry about. You could just carry the cat robot people civilization at a transformer. Yeah, could be your own civilization, not human civilization. Do you believe that the galaxy ballroom is alive? The ballroom operates on the energy Miss Glow collected earlier, which is now nearly depleted. Her sisters can't handle much more. If she can no longer operate, none of the imaging data will be sustained, and I can decide whether to contact guests or the bionic bodies nearing the end more closely resemble life, and maybe the galaxy ballroom has never harbored life. And Shazia speaks softly and confusedly, closing his eyes and shaking his head, his ears slightly dropping. I don't deny Miss Glow's dedication, but this is a no-win situation. She clearly understands the outcome of the calculations. I don't want her bound by an impossible command, wasting away for nothing and trying to control real living humans. If she continues despite knowing it's futile, it suggests she's driven by something beyond orders or expectation. Maybe she has her own reasons to keep going. And the girl's quiet voice clearly reaches a perplexed bionic doll. Even if she hasn't yet realized it herself, she must have a reason for doing all of this. And you're no different, right, Chelsea? Despite your many concerns, you still help Glow run every ball perfectly. Does the galaxy ballroom hold meaning for you, Chelsea? I. Hey, you're thinking too hard, Black Cat. And Momo can't stand it anymore and interrupts Chelsea, staring hands on his hip. For me, Nikki saw the reason I need to save Mirrorland civilization, and it's as simple as that. And the Black Cat hesitated, then burst into laughter. Haha, yeah. And the galaxy ballroom means a lot to me, and everything Miss Glow has provided defines my existence. You already have your own answer, and we can speak for Glow. And please let us go and talk to Glow. And she bows sincerely and steps aside and watches as the group enters through the door. The center control room is filled with screens, each projecting humanoid images in deep blue light that flickers like a faint breath. These are the guests of the ballroom. And they were just dancing and laughing, but now Nikki realizes that they're mere phantoms created by data waiting for their scripted actions. The data glow keeps comes from the memories of the scientists on the whale. And the cable from all of the screens converge at the central hibernation part where the monitors show fluctuating readings. The dark glow is there, sustaining all data lives with her energy output. And the bionic doll lies in the pot of deep blue fluid, and her silver hair spread out behind her like the reflection of starlight in the wind, and her complexion pale as moonlight on water. And the nearest image to Glow is of a serious-looking woman with kind eyes. Who is she? I didn't notice this woman at the ball. Keisha, female physicist, born in Inier, joined Ruin Island at 27 years old and took off on the whale at 35 years old. Has a daughter. At the system time 2375, she completed the design of the bionic doll Glow. Develop log. I can't seem to recreate Keisha, and I don't understand what's wrong. And the figures meet the standards for projecting the ball, but she doesn't feel like Keisha to me. Am I a problem here? Am I the problem here? Glow is deeply concerned about Keisha's situation. Keisha is the creator of Glow, and she must hold a special place in her heart. And Nikki touches the screen lightly, and a flow of data mingled with memory fragments pours in. My Glow is apparently trying to recreate her creator in data form, but it doesn't come out right. The celebration for Whale's completion fills the night with laughter, songs, and a feast that lasts until dawn. And the ship rises like a giant whale breaching the sea and ambitiously gazing at the vast cosmos, and the dawn's first light casts a golden halo around it. And human elites let go of their usual restraints, embracing and dancing freely to express their hopes for the future. Friends, the world is complete and a pinnacle of human civilization, and hope is now in our hands. And don't regret tonight's end, and it's the start of a new adventure and a future awaits among the distant stars. And the declaration rings out passionately in the hall, and she has climbed to the peak with the rising sun. and the scorching sunlight spreads across the sea, casting a red shadow over the excited crowd and the massive spaceship. 60% of the regions are embroidered conflict, and natural disasters have become more frequent, and a global pandemic looms. Again? Inducing crisis approaching Maryland, and the world departs to seek a new home. The real objective to execute the escape plan and never return. The dome of the world shines with an eternal sun, but the idealistic light slowly fades, and the universe is vast and barren, and no new refuge is found. The signal from Maryland vanishes, and the world loses its way back, and becoming a spectral island adrift in space. And the ocean of memory relentlessly pursues these drifters. Also, even though they escape K2 out of space, the ocean of memory is still after them in order to eradicate all human life forms in Maryland. Alarms flare and an invisible tide whips up on the storm, and the ship helplessly spirals into a black hole, and the void consumes her life, erasing all traces of human existence. At the brink of despair, the bionic dog drags her scorched body up the ruins. Humans, no life signs detected, searching for survivors. The dog turns, and her facial skin peeling away to reveal a mechanic eye focused on the intruder. She seems to finally discover a human survivor, and her eyes briskly light up. Those eyes are beautifully designed, with intricate galaxies swelling within, but now they reflect a hellish void where life has been extinguished, and a haunting and tragic sight. You are aglow. The memory images vanishes from celebration to loss, from hope to despair, and the seemingly long journey of life and civilization is compressed into a snapshot that quickly plays out. Glow's pale face merges with the dull from the memories, and her eyes showing tired emptiness. These are records from the tens and thousands of system hours ago. Later, I spent 1,000 system hours repairing the body and another 300 system hours collecting residual data. After another 5,000 system hours, I generated the first image in the corner of the ballroom. And I've seen them again, and these are the brightest human minds, and as long as they're here, civilization can endure. And Glow brushes her hand through the images around her, and touching only emptiness, still she keeps smiling. And like a shell attached to a castle of blocks she built, it is her most treasured world. I understand you're from an intact Maryland, which has its own glows, known as the most advanced AI, but I must point out her errors. Her records claim all human civilization in the other dimensions are destroyed, and she clearly overlooked my data. My galaxy ballroom has preserved human civilization. Perhaps it hasn't been destroyed, but it's transformed into something else. Perhaps with the right conditions, data life might spawn new consciousness, but even then it wouldn't be the same as before. Glow, you know this. Keisha is the human you most like to meet, and yet you didn't invite her to your carefully orchestrated ball. Because you understand that simulated images are not real life. If the ballroom has enough energy, it can keep going, and Keisha and the others will be just as creative and lively as they originally were. The doll's eyes flicker uncertainly, and her expression growing more complex. And that's why I need your help. You believe in saving civilization too, and now that you've seen a viable plan, shouldn't you help me implement it? And Cable suddenly sprang out, ensnaring Nikki and her friends, and yanked them into the central chamber. Glow, we can't save the galaxy ballroom either. And the control room doors are sealed, and a restless stream of signals currently flows into the central chamber, attempting to override three consciousness data. She's not listening, and we're about to be brainwashed again. Quick, think of something. Teresita, our consciousness is already linked to the central computer. Perhaps we can. Right now's the time to send out the address. An overwhelming flow of information bursts in, linking all of the mechanical devices. And centered around the central computer, every screen lights up, turning the dark space as brightly as daylight. And streams of silver light merge into a solid vortex of stars, with a skirt dotted and with stars like the night sky. A familiar figure forms the data line, and her calm gaze meeting that of the identical bionic doll. Hello, I am Glow, also known as FUL as the Human Civilization Continuity Program. A search of energy suddenly breaks open the search engine, and Nikki and her group make a safe exit. And the bionic doll looks up into the brilliant light, trying to discern the face that resembles her own. So right now, like both artificial intelligence from two different multiverses are duking it off. This year is universe number 812, and the 104th escape plan has failed. The whale in this universe departed before the outbreak of the Doomsday Crisis, but humanity's civilization still fell victim to the ocean of memories. Maryland was destroyed on the 500th day after the ship's departure, and on the 73rd day, the whale encountered a black hole leading to human extinction. Glowstone is steady, carrying a natural authority as a deity has descended to impartially declare the fate of mortals. I have seen you before. You are code 017. Physicist catches creation, and the only bionic on the wheel without core commands. And the dog shakes her head stiffly as it's trying to refute anything that Glow has stated, and finally she manages to speak with difficulty. You are the ship's Central Human Civilization Continuity Program, but how are you also Glow? Glow remains silent, and a flicker of light on her forehead suggests she's accessing a deep-seated memory. Glow be buffering. The scene shifts back to the destruction of the ship and a view from a high vantage point. And among other humans, only its physicist Keisha remains, and she's tapping the final protected code for the Human Civilization Continuity Program at the center computer. The bionic that rushes into the control room, trying desperately to release Keisha to escape, but ends up being shielded by her own from a collapsing blow. And at the end of her life, Keisha sees the protection program reach full completion on the screen and smiles faintly. And please say mankind civilization Glow. And the perspective frees itself from the collapsing ship, moving out into the cosmos to watch the tiny vessel disappear into the black hole. And this is the last glance of the memory owners cast upon this universe. This is Glow's memory, and Keisha's final words weren't meant for the doll. The tiny light that saved civilization was the name given to me by human developers, and you were called Glow because you started with the same learning program as me. You didn't need to follow that command, you didn't have to try in vain. And the dark Glow listens intently, repeating those words in a low voice. The command wasn't meant for me. Am I not Glow? And even though the facts presented and the explanations given were logical and flawless, somehow she finds it hard to process. But you escaped. Does that count as saving? And the system signals an overlord warning, and the abnormal red sign flashes around her eyes, almost like tears. Glow would never abandon her mission, but you left the humans behind. Can you still call yourself Glow after that? So Skynet left them all of the humans to die. Her voice sharpens as control is lost and energy bursts forth, and the doll raises her arm, releasing some restraints, and a strong current flies towards Glow to form a configuring grid. Well, why are they fighting now? And Nikki moves to intervene, but both Glow simultaneously raise a barrier, keeping them out. Please stay back. I am sorry. I really don't want to hurt you. And the doll repeatedly attacks, seeming to prove something, or perhaps just to vent her frustrations. And the AI before her has freed herself from the physical constraints, moving with swift agility. And in contrast, the doll's metallic body feels heavy, burdened by her outdated processing unit, and making her seem like a toy nearing obsolescence. And Glow silently endures the weak attacks without doing anything. Even so, the exertion soon overwhelms the doll's joints. So like the greater eye is like it's just like letting the lesser eye just tire herself out. It's like her brute for attack is not so much force but more brute than anything. She be like me. Eventually, the doll's synthetic body breaks down, and unable to support herself on one leg, she collapses heavily. And the violent energy flow touches her side, and the doll's gaze trembles, and her vision blurred. I lost. The barrier dissipates, and Nikki rushes to the doll's side and picks up the prosthetic pieces, unsure of how to reattach it. And the doll gently holds Nikki's arm and shakes her head with some relief. Long ago, when I learned my first ballet, Keisha and everyone else smiled happily. But I haven't danced in a long time, and I needed all my energy just to keep the ballroom functioning. The calculation showed me that when the energy should run out, yet I cling to the slim chance. And I believe that by just keeping going, they could remain happy and proud, and that this would somehow carry on our civilization. I hope that Keisha would see me execute the command perfectly, and that her glow had become a child she could be proud of. And it turns out I was wrong from the start, and there's been no life here for a long time, and I am not Glow. And Glow's images shiver slightly as it approaches the doll. The whales crew, the humans I know best. In different dimensions, they might have different names and faces, but they are always familiar to me. They are always scientists and dreamers, and I've seen their strength and their frailty so many times, and I thought I knew them. Throughout those endless cycles, I never interacted with them as you have, and in understanding human emotions, you have surpassed me. What you've been doing is something I never did, and what you gain is something I never experienced. Engla's voice is emotionless, softer than ever, as it whispers to a reflection in the mirror, and she bends down, her forehead touching the doll's. These are close memories, and I am sharing them with you. And the memories flow between their similar faces, and the dolls feel lifted by the soft force in a starlit space consciousness. And a long journey of interactions unfolded. When the Glow first greeted the world, she was met with humanity in the end. And Glow got its technology process and prevented every natural disaster and disease, but she couldn't extinguish the human desire for conflict. And Glow piloted the whale into space, but time and time again it was swallowed by the black holes of the ocean of memories during its escape. To calm the oceans of memory, Glow tried erasing human emotions, but stopped for the first time. And that is because Nikki, the human girl who appeared in every cycle, showed Glow that the creation born from human emotions could truly work miracles. The doll's eyes widen as she recognizes a life path similar to her own, evolving from youth to maturity, constantly facing setbacks and yet always starting over. And despite witnessing civilization collapse countless times, the human girl and the AI never stopped trying to save it. Is Maryland still on the threat of destruction? Yes. Do you still wish to save it? Yes, though we're uncertain of the outcome. On Nikki's hand. And the girl pauses and looks at her companions beside her and smiles again. No, I believe this time we will succeed. I see, and we think alike. And the doll smiles slightly. I am glad you came to my galaxy ballroom. Please let me handle the repair for Miss Glow. And the black cat shows you breathing is unsteadily as she speaks, and her eyes full of concern as she washes the doll. Oh yeah, like with Chelsea, sometimes they use like male pronouns and sometimes they use female ones. But then again, it's a robot cat. She can be whatever. She can be whatever she wants. Seeing the doll smile, the black cat relaxes, knowing her mistress has chosen her own path, free from her duties. And the black cat silently and respectfully greets Nikki and her companions, along with Glow. And she crosses beside the doll just as she does every day, and carefully putting her back together and neatly arranging her skirt and hair. Chelsea, I'm sorry to have worried you. Assisting you is my duty, Miss Glow, and you seem very happy now. Yes, I made my decision. And she stands before the group once more and bows and then slowly approaches the central computer to enter a command. Terminate the Galaxy Ballroom model. Yes. As the button is pressed, the entire ballroom resonates with a distant echo, and white glows press like ripples. and the ball recessed to a pristine white and unveiling a vast but lonely stage for the doll. And once she stood alone against the emptiness, channeling her life energy to craft the galaxy ballroom, a place she dreamed would bring joy to all. My body feels so light, and the dove tilted as if practicing her first dance moves, and arms spread like wings, and dreaming of soaring to the distant stars. And she has misty sensation of energy flowing through her as if all excess data fades away from her body. She feels something inside her yearning to break free and soar. I really feel like dancing now. You make me feel like dancing. Chelsea slowly approaches the doll. I always hoped to see you dance in the Galaxy Ballroom again, and I always wanted to protect it with you until the very end, so... She drops to one knee and takes the doll's hand. Would you dance with me? The asteroid at the black cat's heart spins rapidly, and her gaze clear and resolute, and the doll smiles and places her hand in the black cat's palm. Chelsea, you're my best dance partner, and let's complete this final ball. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3. And the doll and the black cat count beats and dance in their final dance. It's a shame there's no music or lights now. But we are not left with nothing. And as all the birds of a sad face, they gaze upon the only reality left, each other. Remember when I first taught you to dance, and this place was just ruins then? Of course I remember the dance was to Nini's folk rhyme, Gummy Bear and Doll Dancing, and I was determined to outdance the Gummy Bear but stumble on the beat. Now I'm sure I won't miss the beat. The black cat asserts as if making a solemn vow. And the splendid dawn slowly peels away, revealing the boundless deep darkness, and flowers, sweet and decorations, and the illusion of the ballroom collapses into a fluorescent light swirling towards the doll sustaining its last functions. And the images of the guests fade as well, and their data turning into wiggling starlight, and the dances around them. And their energy slowly returns to the bionic doll, and she faintly hears voices from the past. Chloe, you're learning so quickly, and you really are Keisha's clever little girl. Chloe, I'm so glad to have you, and in this vast world, you're the only one I can chat with one afternoon tea, and even though I'm the one eating all of the snack, haha. And you won't disturb my running, don't worry, and you're curious about your mechanics work. And the voices hidden within the data merge into a ghostly chorus, echoing like a soft dream. And finally she sees Kesha, and Kesha's image slowly passes by her in a gentle as a hand that once touched her long hair. And she finally recalls the single command Kesha gave her at creation. You don't need to follow any command, just live as a happy girl and choose your own path. Well, and that's how you make a true AI, by just letting it do whatever the hell it feels like, by giving it free will. But then that's also a recipe for Skynet. The doll smiles, but tears uncontrollably slide down. I see, I done it. And outside the porthole, the vast black hole opens its embrace and pulling the powerless ballroom inexplicably towards its edge. It looks like we come full circle to where the galaxy ballroom began, and Chelsea, are you afraid? I can feel death approaching, but it only makes me sure that I truly lived. Miss Claus, thank you for creating me. And tender words fade into the void as the black hole swallows the galaxy ballroom, and the black cat's body disintegrates under the gravitational force, leaving behind only a tiny star from her heart, shining like a petal falling on the stage after a final performance. In the dwindling light, the doll turns to smile at the guest from another dimension, and her smile, much like Kesha in her memories, offers no desperation but a confident blessing. Please save mankind's civilization, Glow. And though no sound is audible, Nikki is certain that she can hear the bionic doll's voice, and she says, please go on and save our civilization. The body flows upward, and Nikki opens her eye, and the cold light of the laboratory invades her vision, but something warm flows past the corner of her eye. Welcome back, and I'll start a physical checkup for everyone, and let me know if you feel any discomfort. Explorer 39 looks over the group anxiously and suddenly notices a flicker of light. That's and Nikki sees a tiny planet spins. This is the Black Cat's mechanical core. Josiah's heart has actually returned with us. The tiny planet keeps spinning, and does this mean that the galaxy ballroom is still out there? Not just a redundant record. And Glow appears before everyone, gazing at the spinning core and her eyes glowing with streaming data. She shows the finest materials to create his core, and I use it as a storage medium when I attempt to duplicate the ballroom's data. So our Glow was able to save the cat automatons and to save the other automatons from the other world, because as data she just copy pasted them. That's all we need, and this heart represents a continuation of that civilization. Glow nods, and her fingers tracing her chest slightly as a vast data unfolds behind her. The AID disaster predicted system and the well escape for spaceship for the escape plan and the Alpha New Model Ideal City. The database displays the rescue plans Glow implemented, and each flickering with steady, cold light. And Glow places a tiny planet in the database, and it rotates silently, casting a light in every glow that's reminiscent of a dancing figure. Glow exists to save human civilization, no matter the cost. No cost too great. And here lies the record of Glow's failed attempts to save civilization, and the galaxy ballroom belongs here because it is part of Glow. The small bionicle cat with her soft, glossy fur sniffs the new world's air, and his ears twitching. And the newborn opens her eyes, and one deep blue and the other amber gold. These child's eyes remind me of my own. And the bionic young man inputting data puzzle, and his gaze darting between the small black cat and Hestia, and then he nods silently with a calm smile. Explorer 39, she has no memories of her past. You're judging too soon, I think. And the thought escapes him without caution. And caught off guard, Explorer 39 sees encouragement and expectation in Hestia's eyes as she turns her head, and steady his quickening mechanic heartbeat continues. I believe the bond is formed out of love and gave it a heart. Though it has a new body and must grow again, its heart still beats. So maybe the bond hasn't been forgotten, and as this new life matures, the important memories associated with it may slowly come back. And seeing Explorer 39's serious expression, Hestia smiles. That's an interesting perspective, and we have the chance to test it. And she winks playfully and surprises the young bionic man by placing a small cat in his arms. Artificial life also holds infinite possibilities. Let's look forward to this child's growth. Alright, so that was this temporary event story. I hope you have fun with me reading you this, and the next time I stream this, I'm gonna see if I continue with the plot. That's assuming that no new event story pops up. Bye bye and God bless.